All right, Reggie, before we get into today's segment, is there anything you'd like to speak on or talk about before we get going?
Yeah. Once again, y'all know me. I believe in the signs over here. Know a lot of y'all don't, but oh well. Shout out to the Virgos, the Virgo gang. Happy birthday to all you people that's born during that time of the month, or people in September. Maybe we'll just start doing months, say month of September, January, February. Maybe we'll start that at the beginning of the year, since a lot of y'all don't believe in signs for whatever reason. Y'all so goddamn sensitive. Ah. Choke no joke, where you at? That's what you get. Hopefully you'll be back in a couple of weeks, but your boyfriend wanted you to have a little vacation, so I made sure you got a couple of weeks vacation. Uh, let's see, what else? Mobbing with James. Mobbing with James McDonald. Y'all, please go over there and subscribe to that channel. A lot of y'all been doing a great job. I asked on the live stream last week to get him to 8,000. Shit, we're going to get him to 9,000 before him and John start taping. I know they're supposed to start taping next week sometime. So make sure y'all go over there and subscribe so y'all can get a notification, because they're going to be doing lives 3 days a week. And they're going to be doing up-to-date stuff. Current events. Not this week, 2 week stuff that Reggie Wright be doing. Another thing on the intro, before we get started, John, I wanted to do, my boy always helped us out and shout me out on his IG. So I want to shout him out. I know a lot of y'all don't like my boy Wack 100, but his girl R&B, I tell y'all, she's a good young lady. Very cool young lady. She did a book, I think even Wack co-authored it with her, and called Ego Exposed. That should be coming out. If it's not online on Amazon, it will be coming out. But if y'all can go check that out, pick that book up. She giving relationship advice, how to deal with being cheated on. And yeah, y'all go check it out. They doing some, I guess, some Kevin Samuel stuff, him and his wife, him and his girl together. So if y'all can go check their book out. If you can't do it for Wack, I understand. But do it for R&B, I'm telling you. She's a cool chick. Other than that, man, let's get going.
Okay. I know we talked about it on a live stream, but for those that weren't able to tune in, I wanted to get your thoughts and your opinion on this Daz post that he made on Instagram, where it's a Death Row Records logo with bullet holes in it, and he's got a caption calling Snoop Dogg Snoop Knight, and basically implying that he's done with Death Row for now. I just wanted to get your thoughts.
Yeah. Well, like I tell you all the time, Daz bipolar. Daz really have mental issues. Y'all get mad. Y'all say, okay, all right. Well, I just let people play it out. And what Reggie Wright says usually come true. So Daz is just dealing with his issues, right? So he gets mad. He's probably mad at Snoop behind something with money or something like that, or felt like his album probably should have been out. I hear it's supposed to be coming out this week or something like that. Me and John got a little personal wager going on. I think he's gonna do some songs dissing Snoop. John don't believe there's gonna be any songs on there where he's dissing Snoop. But I understand why it wouldn't be too smart for Daz to do too much of dissing of Snoop, because once you do that, you be like me and Suge. Ain't no turning back. But hey, I'll just warn y'all, don't get too deep, too invested into family when they're fighting. Daz and Snoop are cousins. Soon as that Snoop got a reason for Daz to make some money, Daz will be right over there like a little whore that he is. Because I always tell y'all, Daz loved the shine more than he loves the gold. If y'all know what I mean by that. He loves being seen. I tell y'all go back and look at any Death Row videos where there were party scenes or something where it was more than just the artist in it. Daz was in those videos. Daz used to be at the video shoots before the production crew, before security came. I used to show up and it'd be like 8 in the morning, you know. That's when they there setting up. And Daz to be there posted up. He'd be there posted up waiting for, trying to talk to the director so make sure he get a cameo somehow. Which was smart in my opinion, on his behalf, being a young and upcoming artist. But that's how Daz is. You know, that's why you see so many videos back in the day in the late 90s, early 2000s with Daz pretty much had a video to every one of his songs. He was big on doing videos. He loved videos. So that's all I take from that. There must be something going on behind some money where he feels his publishing or his royalties not getting taken care of, or either he felt an album should have had a little bit more production or promotion for it, but they don't realize that Snoop really only care about that logo. Snoop just care about selling that merchandise. He do not really care about breaking or trying to break any artists. He lucked up with that dude London. London, shit, he was nominated for a Grammy this year. I can't tell you one song that he sung, but but apparently, you know, he's a decent artist, and so he lucked up on that. But he is not really trying to push an artist, because if he was, well, he would be doing a lot more with some younger artists and not all of the has-beens from the 90s. But anyway, that's all I take from it. Hey, Daz, BiPolar, Daz is the biggest liar that you're going to ever hear of on YouTube. And, well, no. I think Fat Joe got him. Suge Knight, then Daz, right? But other than that, I don't know. But yeah, that would be my take. Shout out Daz. Good luck. And see you in court real soon.
I know it was before social media and all that stuff, but when Daz was at death row, did he do similar things where he would lash out or he would get mad over certain things and then act out? Or is this something new that he did once social media came around and he had like an audience that he could instantly show his emotions to?
Yeah, well then y'all hear Dad say he beat up me and Suge and body slammed us and all of that. Don't y'all remember those lies? Well, you know, so he would get emotional and all of that, start crying and stuff like that. But I do remember one incident where Daz knew Suge and I were out of town, and thank you, Daz. That got me finally the contract at the office, because Suge used to just have the homeboys at the office doing security. But after you went up there with that stunt chasing Roy, little Roy weighed 120 pounds, if that, maybe 130 pounds. Soaking wet, chasing him around in the office with a screwdriver when you try to act like you were so tough, and you walked out there with a check. Y'all remember that story Daz told. Well, some stories people tell have some truth to it. He did chase Roy around the office. Suge was out of town. Suge wasn't nowhere in town. And Suge probably did have a check cut to him later on. Who knows? Because that's how Suge was. I tell y'all, Suge gets a bad rep. Everybody try to give Suge a bad rap. It's like he was beating everybody out of money. Suge only problem when it comes to the money stuff, and now he's just a compulsive liar. But prior to that, he was just, didn't have an accounting department. A department. Suge would just, you ask for something, you get it once you get him. And he'll cut a check if he had it. If the money had came in, you knew the date to call, Interscope had just dropped that $1.5 million off or whatever, and you asked for it, he made sure you got it. But it's just that, you know, I understand now more so that I'm older. You want to know, you want accounting. You want to know, you know, the black and white. You want to see what you spent, how much you made. Because shit, every month when I get my little check, I'll be like, damn, that's all I got left. I always think I have more money than what I have until And then I look at my checking account and I'll be like, yeah, 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 okay. And then I realized. So I think that was the problem with a lot of the death row artists, but they didn't realize they were spending as much as they were getting, or spending as much as they spent. But everybody was very well taken care of, and it wasn't because of Suge cheating people like people believe out there. It's one thing I do give the compulsive liar credit for.